the parent company of Cambridge Analytica, the political consultancy firm accused of harvesting the data of tens of millions of Facebook users without authorization, has run counter-extremism campaigns targeting potential Islamic State IS recruits for the US and UK governments. Officials in Washington and London are facing growing pressure to reveal their links to SCL Limited's controversial work, which is the subject of public inquiries in both countries. Cambridge Analytica, which was set up by UK-based SCL in 2013, has claimed credit for swaying voters during US President Donald Trump's 2016 election campaign and during the UK's Brexit referendum in the same year. It was bankrolled by Robert Mercer, an American hedge fund billionaire who donated substantial sums to Trump's campaign. Steve Bannon, Trump's former strategist, served as the company's vice president. Cambridge Analytica also faces accusations of unethical tactics, including hiring former Israeli and British spies to try and influence elections worldwide. Waging a social media war. Still, an investigation by Middle East Eye has also cast light on SCL's links to a U.S. State Department Strategic Communications Unit responsible for waging a social media war against the Islamic State IS group. Meet can also reveal that the Ministry of Defence has had at least 4 contracts worth £347,000 $490,000 for data analytics services with SCL and a linked company, SCL Insight. One of the contracts ended just last month. Read more. Exclusive. Cambridge Analytica-linked data firm worked for UK military last month. On Tuesday, Heather Nauert, a State Department spokesperson, confirmed that SCL held a recent contract worth almost $500,000 with the State Department's Global Engagement Center, GEC, which was set up in 2016 in order to counter propaganda and disinformation from international terrorist organizations in foreign countries. The GEC's work included advising scholars on condensing fatwas into tweets, and using Facebook to target counter-extremist content at millions of Muslims in the Middle East, North Africa and Europe. The portfolio that they have handled for us is the de-radicalization, essentially, of people who would be interested in joining ISIS, said Nauert. The company, she said, had undertaken similar work previously for the State Department, as well as for other governments. I know that many other governments work with them as well. It's not just the United States government. I believe the Brits work with them and other countries, she said, using Facebook ads. I can go within Facebook, I can go grab an aunt, I can pick country X, I need age group 13 to 34, I need people who have liked, whether it's Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi or any other set, I can shoot and hit them directly with messaging. Michael Lumpkin. However, Nauert said SCL's contract with the State Department, which was agreed in November 2016 and signed in early 2017, did not involve social media work. A State Department spokesperson told Middle East Eye on Thursday, the GEC did not fund any work by SCL conducted in the United States or using personal data from social media platforms. SCL, the spokesperson said, had been employed because its research methods addressed a key information gap for the U.S. government in our understanding of terrorist recruitment and radicalization to violence, and confirmed the company's past track record of work with the British government and the U.S. Department of Defense. The contract involved conducting analysis and research to better understand ISIS recruitment and radicalization to violence, and involved 100 qualitative in-depth, in-person interviews with potential terrorist recruits, returned foreign terrorists, and terrorist recruiters, the spokesperson said. SCL has a proven track record of performance on previous Department of Defense and UK government contracts, he said. Country XBUT, a former head of the GEC, has previously described how the unit uses Facebook in a strikingly similar way to SCL to target ISIS in Middle Eastern and European countries with anti-IS messaging. Speaking at a military industry conference in November 2016, Michael Lumpkin said, using Facebook ads, I can go within Facebook, I can go grab an aunt, I can pick country X, I need age group 13 to 34, I need people who have liked, whether it's Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi or any other set, I can shoot and hit them directly with messaging. A report in the Washington Post in February 2017 said that the GEC was using Facebook profile data to find young Muslims who show an interest in jihadist causes. Then they bombard them with anti-terrorism messages that show up whenever the youths go online. The campaign, the paper reported, targeted young men in countries including Tunisia, Morocco, Libya, Saudi Arabia, Jordan and France, while other targeted countries remain secret to protect partnerships with their governments. Other aspects of the GEC's counter-extremism work, including details of its support for governments in the UAE and Egypt, were revealed when Richard Stengel, then Undersecretary for Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs at the State Department, appeared in front of a Foreign Affairs Committee hearing about countering the virtual caliphate. In July 2016, Stengel told the committee that the GEC was working with Cairo's Al-Azhar University to try to help get the message that ISIL is anti-Islamic, that it is a perversion of Islam out in a way on platforms that they traditionally don't use. Founded in the 10th century, Al-Azhar is one of the most important seats of learning in Sunni Islam, but its authority has been thrown in